Welcome back down the rabbit hole, truth seekers. Tonight, we're diving deep into something that's happening right above our heads, often unseen, often unacknowledged, but potentially profoundly impactful. We're talking about cloud seeding. Now, most people think of cloud seeding as a relatively benign weather modification technique, a way to coax a little extra rain or snow. But what if there's more to the story? What if the government's own data, buried within the reports of the Government Accountability Office, GAO, hints at a far more complex and perhaps even manipulative agenda involving substances like silver iodide in our skies? Let's look at what we know. The GAO, the nonpartisan watchdog arm of Congress, has indeed studied weather modification activities, including cloud seeding. These reports acknowledge the use of substances like silver iodide, a crystalline compound with a structure similar to ice. When dispersed into clouds with sufficient moisture, silver iodide particles can act as ice nuclei, encouraging the formation of ice crystals that can then grow and fall as precipitation. This much is science. This much is official. But here's where the questions start to multiply like rabbits in springtime. The GAO reports often focus on the effectiveness and management of these programs. They talk about increasing water supply, reducing fog, and even suppressing hail. But what about the unintended consequences? What about the long-term effects of dispersing tons, potentially tons, of silver iodide into our atmosphere? Silver iodide is a heavy metal. We know that exposure to silver compounds can have toxic effects on aquatic life and potentially on human health in high concentrations. The official line is that the amounts used in cloud seeding are too small to cause significant harm. But are they really tracking the cumulative effect? Are they truly accounting for the widespread and repeated dispersal of this substance across vast areas? And here's where the rabbit hole deepens. Who decides when and where cloud seeding happens? What are the criteria? Are these decisions always transparent? The GAO reports often highlight the patchwork nature of these programs, involving various state, local, and even private entities, sometimes with federal oversight, sometimes without. This fragmented control creates opportunities. Opportunities for what? Well, that's what we need to ask. Could cloud seeding be used for more than just drought relief? Could it be a tool for atmospheric manipulation on a larger scale? Could the subtle, day-to-day dispersal of silver iodide be having effects we don't fully understand on our weather patterns, our ecosystems, even our health? The official narrative focuses on localized benefits. But what if these localized interventions are part of a broader, unacknowledged strategy? What if the government or powerful private interests working in the shadows are experimenting with atmospheric geoengineering under the guise of weather modification? Silver iodide might just be one piece of a much larger puzzle. The GAO provides the data, the acknowledgement of silver iodide in our skies. It highlights the lack of comprehensive, long-term studies on the broader environmental and health impacts. It points to the decentralized and sometimes opaque nature of these operations. These are the facts we can take to the Accountability Office, our own minds, our own critical thinking. We need to demand more transparency. We need to demand comprehensive, independent studies on the long-term effects of cloud seeding and the cumulative impact of substances like silver iodide. We need to ask the tough questions. Who is controlling our skies? And why aren't we getting the full story? What do you think, truth seekers? Are we just seeing clouds? Or is there something more sinister being seeded in our atmosphere? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive into the potential realities of cloud seeding has opened your eyes, if you believe it's time for more transparency and accountability, then hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the White Rabbit Network and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next descent into the hidden truths that shape our world. Keep questioning everything.